In the relentless current of modern life, our minds often feel like a battlefield. A constant stream of thoughts, worries, judgments, expectations dictating our every emotion. Most of us live our lives as these thoughts, believing every whisper, every shout. But what if there was another way? What if you could step back from the mental storm and simply observe it, like watching clouds drift across the vast, unchanging sky? This isn't just a spiritual idea. It's a profound psychological truth, articulated by pioneers like Viktor Frankl, illuminated by Carl Jung's understanding of the unconscious, and brought into modern therapy by minds like Stephen C. Hayes and the foundational Aaron Beck. They teach us a radical truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that observes them. This practice, known in acceptance and commitment therapy as cognitive diffusion, and in cognitive behavioral therapy as cognitive distancing, is the pathway to true inner freedom. It empowers you to detect your toxic thought patterns, question their validity, and ultimately reclaim your peace. This video is your guide to finding that sacred seat of the observer, the part of you that is always whole, always calm, regardless of the mental weather. It's time to stop being tossed by the waves and learn to simply watch them pass. For too long, we've mistaken the movie playing in our minds for our true self, that constant inner commentary. The inner critic, the perfectionist, the what-if worrier. We've fused with it. We hear, "I'm not good enough," and we become not good enough. This is what Stephen Hayes calls cognitive fusion. The belief that because you think something, it must be true, and that you are that thought. But ask yourself, if you can hear the thought, then who is the one listening? If you can see the mental image, then who is the one watching? That who is your observing self. It is the unchangeable, ever-present awareness that is the backdrop to all your experiences. Just as Carl Jung spoke of the collective unconscious, there is a personal unconscious, and beyond that, an underlying awareness that observes it all. Imagine your thoughts are objects floating down a river. Some are beautiful, some are toxic, some are mundane. Most people jump into the water, trying to grab the good thoughts, or desperately trying to push away the bad ones. But the observer stays on the bank. You don't have to jump in. You just have to notice. This detachment is the first crucial step to inner liberation. To be an effective observer, you must first learn the distinct frequencies of your mind's toxic patterns. Your brain, in its efficiency, often runs on scripts, pre-recorded loops it plays, especially when you're tired, stressed, or emotionally triggered. Think of them as shortcuts, often leading to unhelpful destinations. These are the cognitive distortions Aaron Beck first identified, like all or nothing thinking, catastrophizing, or mind reading. Once you've labeled a thought, ask it questions like a calm, discerning judge. Is this thought a proven fact, or is it just an opinion? What is the evidence for this thought? What is the evidence against it? If a friend had this exact thought, what would you tell them? This isn't about positive thinking. It's about realistic thinking. You are actively distancing yourself from its grasp, just as CBT teaches, by treating it as a hypothesis to be tested, not an absolute truth to be believed. This entire process creates what Viktor Frankl so powerfully articulated: the gap between stimulus and response. He said, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. This is the gap between the thought arising and your automatic reaction to it. It's the space where your freedom resides. You cannot stop thoughts from appearing in your mind. That's just what minds do. But you can absolutely choose whether or not to engage with them, to invite them to tea, as Russ Harris puts it. You can choose to simply watch them pass, like clouds across the sky. This is metacognition in action, the powerful ability to think about your thinking. And it is a defining human capacity. As you consistently practice being the observer, something profound and deeply liberating happens. The constant volume of your inner world begins to change. The thoughts that once screamed for your attention now merely whisper. You realize that your true essence, the you that is watching, is untouched by the constant flux of mental activity. The sky is never damaged by the clouds that pass through it. It simply holds them, vast and impartial. This isn't about ignoring your problems or becoming emotionally detached. It's about facing them from a place of grounded strength rather than panic. When you are the observer, you can navigate the complexities of life with what we might call a cool heart. You see the challenging thoughts. You acknowledge the pain they might bring, but you are no longer consumed or defined by them. You gain perspective, resilience, and a profound sense of inner peace that external circumstances cannot easily shake. You are the awareness in which the entire universe of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations unfolds. You are the consciousness that holds the joy, the grief, the triumphs, and the mundane. You are not your mind. You are the one who knows the mind. This realization is not just psychological. It's a rediscovery of your inherent wholeness, your fundamental freedom.